The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John. Jesus said to the crowds, "I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never hunger, and whoever believes in me will never thirst. But I told you that although you have seen me, you do not believe. Everything that the Father gives me will come to me, and I will not reject anyone who comes to me, because I came down from heaven not to do my own will, but the will of the one who sent me. And this is the will of the one who sent me, that I should not lose anything of what he gave me, but that I should raise it on the last day. For this is the will of my Father, that everyone who sees the Son and believes in him may have eternal life, and I shall raise him on the last day." The Gospel of the Lord. I don't know about you, but it gives me a sense of consolation knowing my own weaknesses and failures, that the Lord is determined not to lose me or to lose anyone that has been given to him, to raise us up on the last day. And let's not forget, what he's saying is in the midst of the bread of life discourse. There is no institution narrative in the Gospel of John, but none of the other three Gospels have such a long exposition on what it really means for Jesus to be the bread of life, that we see him in the Eucharist, that he feeds us. The Gospel of John focuses in on certain miraculous signs, but you may have heard me say this before. St. Thomas Aquinas, great theologian of the Eucharist, who gave us the hymns for adoration, says that the greatest of all Christ's miracles is the Eucharist, where we see him with the eyes of faith. And yet, literally, we see. It looks like bread, but it has been transformed into the risen presence of Christ, the preeminent sign. It's a sign because there's a mystery. It still looks like bread, but it is the bread of eternal life that will raise us up. It occurred to me this morning that this is an unfortunate consequence sometimes of parishes that have an adoration chapel, is that then there's no public adoration, or at least somehow or other it just doesn't seem to rise to the prominence because, we can get to the adoration chapel 24 hours a day if we want. So I've decided that since I'm only going to be here until the end of June, every Wednesday evening I'm going to have a holy hour of adoration from, I think it's going to be 7 o'clock, 7 to 8, for the whole parish, anybody who wants to come, because there are graces in adoration when we come in numbers. And it seems to me that that's the one thing necessary. We can do all kinds of stuff to try to reach out to people, social things, but we're not Target here. Did you ever notice Target? The trademark is a target, right? But what's the focus of Target? There's no focus in the store. It's everything. Anything that you want. And it seems to me that too often that's the viewpoint that a lot of people have of the Catholic Church. It's supposed to be a full-service organization. We need everything, and we're missing the target. We're missing the one thing necessary. The only thing that keeps people like you and me coming back to church is the Eucharist. That's the one thing that we have to focus on. So it seems to me that at any rate is the plan of action here until the end of June. And may the Lord be pleased to bring out graces as he did when the church was persecuted in Jerusalem. We're all undergoing some degree of trial right now. May the Lord bring forth a new grace for Our Lady of Victory through our Eucharistic adoration, our Eucharistic amazement.